Editing Emily here. Just a quick reminder to tell you that this is the part 2 of a one-time video, but now 2-part video because it was too long. And so it's like the same intro and the same outro. So don't be confused. You're not losing your mind. I lost my mind by filming a 25, well, it was much longer. So if you haven't seen part 1 of this little like DIY Halloween series, it's up in this corner. You can go see it and enjoy. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily and you are at the home of the Forever Theater Kid, where we are in spooky season, and since we're still in quarantine and Peter is on just sitting in her own little corner right now, I'm getting full on into just like crafting to make me happy. In today's video, we are going to do 2 really easy, really cute DIYs for pumpkins, things that are just so common and so cheap and probably already in your decor stash. We are going to do a really cute little macrame project on another fake pumpkin. So if you are interested in seeing that and following along or doing this DIY, please watch for the whole video and tag me in any pictures that you might have, so you can follow me on Instagram here and tag me on Instagram in any of the pictures that you might redo of these DIYs. So make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Tell me down below if you want to see more DIYs. Is something you want to see? Because I really like doing them and they are keeping me sane and keeping me happy during quarantine. A lot of these things you can either pick up from the thrift shop, from your own garage, decor that family members were going to get rid of. If you see it on the street and you want to do a little dumpster dive, go for it. I'm really excited. Let's get started. Another day, pretty much the same outfit. These are sweatpant overalls. Okay. So in this little DIY, I'm just kind of gonna wing it. Emily winging something? No. We're gonna do like a macrame little veil, a little macrame coaster. You can use a real pumpkin. This is a foam pumpkin. This is from my mother-in-law, so thank you so much. Yes, Daisy, I know. This clearly has had a little bit of wear. There's a couple of, Daisy's got zoomies. Are we surprised? It has a little bit of wear and tear. I didn't feel like painting it because honestly, I'm tired of painting pumpkins that aren't real pumpkins. I just don't feel like doing it anymore. So I'm going to make this little coaster kind of thing that's gonna go over this and basically cover up most of the pumpkin. We're mainly going to use the lark's head knot to get it started. So for this, you're gonna use macrame or yarn or whatever rope, twine that you wanna use. I like using macrame. I'll link the one that I use down below. And then some scissors and then some measuring tape. For the most part, I think I'm just gonna kind of wing it with the measurements. I usually try to measure out decently what I'm going to use. Honestly, with macrame, I think it's always best to start with more when you're cutting pieces that you will be knotting, especially if you're, well, I guess no matter what the thickness of your rope is, you always end up using more than you think. So I would plan ahead to have more rope than not. And if I have like a lot of clippings I've cut off, I always end up using them for different projects. So keep them because you won't feel wasteful. All right, so I'm just gonna do that. That looks like it's about 24 inches, maybe 20 inches. Yeah, already I'm like, oh, I should have cut it bigger. But that's what these tests are for. Let's start again. Go wider than you think you're going to need to go. Even on that, because you still have to knot it, right? That looks exactly the same length as what I cut before. Try to knot it as small as you can. So there we go. I'm happy with that. I am not mad at it. Oh, you might also want a comb, a pet brush, a dog brush, or a cat brush if you want to fringe stuff at the end. I'm gonna see how I feel. Depending on how much of the pumpkin you want to cover, that's how many loops, how many like little strands you're gonna make. I think we're gonna do, let's just kind of feel it out, shall we? So I'm gonna measure out, we're gonna do 30? We're gonna do 30 inches, like each strand will be 30 inches, but make sure to double that. So yeah, so measure out 60 inches. Okay, and I usually just use one as a template and then keep going. And then I think, you know, based on the pumpkin, based on the size pumpkin and how much surface area you want to cover of the pumpkin, cut that many strands. Because remember, each strand is going to be doubled. Like each strand is practically 2. It's going to be more like 30 inches going down. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your macrame cord, and you're gonna loop under and then feed it through, and it's gonna look like this. And you're gonna do that all the way around, depending on the groupings that you want, but you definitely wanna keep it an even number. Definitely wanna keep it an even number and make sure that's at least in sets of 2. It's clearly very long. It's going to evenly distribute the knots. So we're just gonna make a simple square knot. For a simple square knot, I always think about it in terms of the direction of a 4 and then the backwards direction of a 4. That's how it always helps me. So you're gonna take 4 of the strands, so the two sections that you've already put on there. The outside sections are what's gonna create the 4. Put the 2 inside strings together. So you're first gonna create a 4. Take the other outside, so take the left, and then cross it over the tail of the 4, cross it behind the 2 that are in the middle that are the base, and it's gonna look like that. And then pull it to your desired spot. I think that's what I'm gonna play with here. So now you're gonna take the 4 going in, take a backwards 4, take the outside string on the right, cross it over the tail, underneath the 2 strings that are at the base. Do that all the way around until we're done that, and then I'll show you how to connect the next kind of set. I think this might be the main knot we're gonna use. So if you can get this knot down, you can do so many other types of macrame, honestly. There's like only a couple of macrame knots that are really used that often, and this is one of them. Just for a little stability, I'm gonna tape the pumpkin. Tape this to the pumpkin, just so it's not moving around. So we just went one pass around the whole pumpkin, and our first knot is quite loose. See, I don't know if I explained, I didn't tie the knot right up to the flesh of the lark's head knot because that's not the look I'm going for. You could do that. It would be a very tight look. It will look more like this, but we're going for a looser, freer, not too constricted look. We're gonna connect spots like this so that it will come crossing down in the middle. So in order to do that, you're going to find the base first. You're going to use the 2 outsides of 2 sections and connect them. What was the inside section, or part of the inside section of your previous knot, are now the outside sections to which you're going to create the 4. Just look here and we'll start it. So here are our 2 previous sections. These are the outside sections of both. They're the base for this knot. On the right hand side, the closest one to that section. So you've got 4, right? So just imagine that this is that, like this is the start of a brand new thing. So connect those. Here's your 4. That's the base, that's the 4. It's a little wonky, and you're gonna go over the tail. Oh, maybe I didn't say that before. You're gonna go over the tail, under the base, and then pull through. It's gonna feel wonky because it's not, the top of the knot is not like it was up here, but it should look like that. Getting it started is always the tricky part, so the second half of the knot is much easier. Tighten, opposite way. Over the tail, under the base, through, and tighten. And just keep doing that all the way around. Yeah, okay. So now you're just gonna keep going around and make as many layers as you want and do that exact same pattern. I think I might do one more layer of that and then see where we are from there. don't mind my setup over here. All right, so that is as many layers that I think I'm gonna do. I'm going to cut these maybe to about like here. I'll probably fringe them. That's usually my style. But you don't have to. You could honestly be done here. You could keep going all the way to the bottom. But for me and my taste, I'm just gonna snip them and always cut them longer than you think, because I've run into that before where it just looks weird if it's not long enough. Macrame is kind of like bangs, kind of like hair. It springs up when you cut it. It's always shorter than, yeah, see that? Too short. Super cute. Little macrame pumpkin. Look at her. Now I will take this tape off because that tape is not cute. Cute, cute, cute. Oh, I love that. Okay, I think I am gonna fringe it though because that is my style. I do love a bit of fringe. See, we have all these scraps. This can absolutely be used in another project, so I'm not worried about it. So we're gonna take this off. Look how cute. That's so cute. Okay, so now I'm just going to comb out these little babies. I'm using a comb. You could use a pet brush, and I use that most of the time, but these are actually like a little gentler, just using like a little comb, and it doesn't scratch up your table as much. That's it. Those are my really simple, easy, and affordable craft, my little quarantine fall craft corner. What is this name of the series? I don't know. Quarantine crafting, right? This is quarantine crafting. So I just thought this was super fun. I love boho, minimalist, kind of like Art Deco-y kind of pumpkins that we put with the flowers in them. I just love it. I've had so much fun doing these DIYs, so I really hope that you enjoyed it. Tell me down below which one was your favorite, and if you decide you want to recreate any of these, make sure to tag me on Instagram. So go follow my Instagram so you know where to tag me. I would love to see them because, like I said, crafting has really given me some solace during these tough times, these dark times, so it's making me feel a little lighter. So I hope it is doing the same for you. I'll see you in one of my next videos. I'll leave another video over in this corner of all my fall decor that I just did, and I love the fall decor. That's like all up in my space. And then I'll also leave a little video up in that corner, other quarantine crafts I've been doing. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see y'all in my next one. So, peace.